Thank you so much.
You looked great out there. You ended up having to lead the chase pack. How was that, taking on the role of leader?
Yeah, I thought that might be the case in case Elle went for a big move. I just wanted to be a little more conservative to make sure I didn't zap the legs at being at altitude. So I wanted to play it safe till the last 1K and then really try to wind it up every single lap of the last 1K. So I felt confident that I could do that. And luckily I finished second. So we're gonna hope, I never ran a 3K this season, so we're hoping that my 5K world ranking will be able to get me into Worlds, but we'll have to wait. But I should be like right on the bubble, so we're gonna hope next weekend I get a trip to Glasgow. So
do you feel like that was the right choice for you looking back?
Yeah, I actually had the world standard in the 1500, but since this year we're focusing on the 5K for outdoor the trials, we thought the 3K fit my training better, and in the end, my coach Dathan preferred me to run the 3K, whether that meant we're going to Worlds or not, just because that's where the training's fitting in right now, and we don't want to change it too much, because the 1500 would require me to do a bit more speed work, and I'm really just focused on 5K work right now.
What made you decide to focus in on the 5K this year as opposed to the 15?
Yeah, we decided this fall that we were going to focus on the 5K. Last year, we waited pretty close till before the trials between the 15 and 5, and emotionally that was a little tough. So we think that's my stronger event, and I can use my 1500 speed at the end of a tactical 5K, which turns into that. But we've been increasing the mileage, doing a lot more strength work, been working out a ton with Alicia. So the 5K, I think, is where I have the best shot at making the Olympic team, and that's the goal this year.
How did that 3K feel for you today?
Even though I live at altitude right now,
yeah.
that still felt tough. But at one point we almost started walking, lap 2, and that was a little funny because I haven't been in a tactical race like that. So it was just great race experience, and I was confident that I would do well in a race like this at altitude, so I just trusted myself and was a bit more patient than I usually am, and I'm happy with that because I felt like at Millrose I wasn't the most patient runner out there, and I wanted to work on that this time.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what was that kind of transition from Millrose to this race in particular? But just thinking about where you were at Millrose to here, how are you just feeling mentally?
Yeah, Millrose is tough because I love that race, and normally I'm a lot more prepared for a mile or 1500 this time of year. But to be honest, we did not prep for Millrose like we should have, and then that showed in the race. And I only had the legs to run a 4:25, but I knew Sunday's race was going to help me a lot for this race, and even just my workout midweek and my strides this week have felt so much better, and I think it's just from running a mile. So that's how I usually prepare for 5Ks, running 1500. So I'll do that a lot outdoor season, and yeah, it was tough to be in a race where I didn't feel like I could be like my complete competitive self, but long term, this is where I need to be, and this is the focus for June.
How do you feel mentally just going into the remainder of the year? I know the bigger picture is June, Olympic trials.
Yeah.
So just where you are right now, it's mid-February. How do you think, are you in a good spot right now? Like,
Yeah,
how do you feel about that?
we're in a great spot. Got my standard out of the way at BU a few weeks ago on the 5K, so don't have to worry about that. And I've been running 75 to 80 mile weeks for the last 12 weeks, and I just feel so strong. And a year under Dathan, a year at altitude, I feel a lot calmer this year. And last year I said like everything was really reactive, and this year we can really be proactive with the schedule. So I'm feeling really good at where we're at. I really hope I can run at Worlds in a few weeks and race those incredible women. So that would just be a great race experience for me.
After, let's just say you were going to Worlds, what would be that next race that you're kind of looking forward to, and what is kind of that next shift that you want to focus on as we get closer to June?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay in the U.S. for not go to Europe like I did last year for a month. That was a little too much for me. So On hosts the Penn Relay, so our whole team will be going out there. Not sure if I'll run an individual event or we'll jump into a relay. That could be really fun. But if not, then I hope to run maybe the LA Grand Prix and then Prefontaine, and then just get ready for the trials. So we're going to stay in the U.S. though.
Yeah. Congratulations on such a big run today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
Thank you.